Pinch me, it's mad, I know. It might not surprise you, but I'm not a massive fan of germs. Hate sleeping in fake tan. Too warm for this day. That is about as exciting as it gets in my handbag. Hello guys, and welcome back to another video. Thank you so much for joining me today. So it is the Friday before the May bank holiday, so I thought I would pick up the camera today and I thought we could spend the day together because we have got a really exciting weekend, busy weekend coming up, and I am going to get prepped for it today. So obviously I wanted to share that with you guys. But before we get into chatting about weekend plans, I just wanted to be honest about what I am up to this morning. Now I am actually off for my smear test this morning. And I guess it feels a bit weird talking to you guys about this because I probably don't really talk about sort of personal things on here. And I don't think there's anything wrong with chatting about smear tests because we need to get the awareness out there. So the reason I want to talk about it is because if there is one person out here watching this video that is due their next smear test and hasn't booked it yet, or is due their first and naturally is feeling quite apprehensive about it, so hasn't booked it, please take this as your sign to go and book that test. I can't explain to you how important it is, and being blunt, it quite literally could save your life. So yes, it's not the most pleasant experience you will ever go through, but please get on and book your smear test, ladies. As I say, if one person watching this takes this away and goes, oh, actually, I'm going to go and get that done, then I will be a very happy lady. And I do understand if you haven't had your first smear test, because we've all been there, we've all had our first one. It does feel like quite a daunting experience because I can't remember actually how old you are in the UK to get your first smear test. I'm going to quickly Google it. Is it 25? Yeah, so you get your letter at 24 and a half to have your smear test by the time you're 25. And I think chatting to a lot of my friends who obviously have had theirs done as well, it is kind of the first time maybe you would have, for many women, not all, but for many women, that you would have an appointment like that where you kind of have to just swallow your pride and get on with it. But if you're sat here watching this and thinking, I haven't had my first one yet, I know it's due and I'm really nervous about it. Firstly, that's so normal. But secondly, I would say from personal experience and chatting to loads of women in my life, the test is so much worse in your head. It's super quick. And when you're in that situation, you just remember that the nurse or the doctor or whoever you're seeing does this hundreds and hundreds of times a week, and they're really not interested in what's going on down there. They're just going to take your test. So anyway, I will stop going on about it, but I do think that things like this are quite important to touch on time and time again because you need to get them done. It could save your life. But now I have preached to you all about getting your test. Actually, I would be interested because I know I've got lots of followers from outside of the UK. How does it work outside of the UK? Because here, as I say, we got our first one at 25, and then we have them every 3 years, I think it is, after that. And that's on the NHS, that's part of, you know, our National Health Service. So I'd be really interested to know what sort of other countries do. But anyway, we really are putting that to bed now. My weekend plans, what are we up to? So we are actually off to a wedding. Our friends are getting married tomorrow, and hopefully this gorgeous weather that we've been having, because we've honestly just been having the nicest, sunniest, warmest weather, so we've been super lucky. So I've just realised the time, it's coming up to 8 o'clock and I need to leave at 8, so I need to quickly finish getting ready. So we're going to chat and fill in the brows. What was I saying? Oh yes, our friends are getting married tomorrow, which means our friends Mike and April, who I probably chatted about April a little bit because she doesn't live locally, so they, oh, wrong side of the mirror. Often when we're doing things sort of down here, they come and stay with us. So they will be staying with us this weekend. So I just need to get their sort of room ready, get everything prepped for them. Got a little bit of a food shop to do. Because what I've actually been doing recently is, obviously, I do have like a full-time job. I have a little business that I run. So YouTube and social media, I kind of started off as just a little hobby, which I am so fortunate to say has actually escalated into something that I actually can now call part of my job, which, pinch me, it's mad, I know, and I'm super grateful for it, but that's where we are. So what I've been trying to do recently is take Fridays off my, like, sounds awful to say, but actual job, and focus on my social medias. So this morning I got up super duper early just to do a couple of bits of work on the business, and then I plan on, apart from a couple of phone calls, a couple of emails, and just daily bits, taking the rest of the day off and just filming and spending the day with you guys and just getting ready for the bank holiday weekend, which I am super excited for. And I have just looked at the time on my camera. I have been filming for 5.5 minutes. So that is enough, Lou. Right, I'm going to finish getting my brows done. And actually, just because I would find this super interesting, I haven't got any other makeup on my face, apart from my brows that we have just done. Other than that, all I have put on is the Garnier Vitamin C Ultra UV Glow Serum, which I've seen a lot of people raving about recently. It really is actually that good. It just gives your skin that little something, you know, just to take the edge off your morning skin. But yeah, we need to leave at, well, I need to leave at 8, so I will see you guys after my smear. Yikes, it is warm. I think I'm going to regret filming this in the car with the doors at the windows shut, so I'm going to be quick. But it is a couple of hours later, so smear is done, and I have also just gone and had my nails done. I just went for a very thin little French tip, just so nice and fresh again for the weekend. But on my way home, I just popped into Sainsbury's just to pick up the last couple of bits I need for the weekend. So I think I'll just quickly show you what I got. Sorry, it's all in the footwell, just a couple of bunches of flowers. I got this pink and white one because I thought that looks quite a nice spring colour, and then some gypsophilia because I want to add that to a vase I already have going on in the lounge. And then there's not much in here, as I say, food shop got delivered a couple of days ago, so this is just like the stuff I wanted fresh for the weekend. So I just got some croissants because I would never normally buy these, but bank holiday little treat. There is someone literally sitting in the car opposite me and I can't even lift my head up, I'm so embarrassed. I'll be back in 2 seconds, guys. Okay, they are gone, so we can continue. I picked up a tiger loaf because again, we'll get through that with our friends staying and just over the bank holiday. Just picked up some teeth and lips because I really fancied these. I'm such a sweet addict, in case you hadn't picked up on the vibe yet. I picked up some cloudy apple juice, and lastly, I just picked up a Pepsi because we get through so much Pepsi. It's only the little one because, to be honest, by the time I got to the Pepsi aisle, I hadn't picked up a basket and my arms were at capacity, so that's all I could fit in. So let's pop all that away again. And actually, I want to just say, at the end of my last video, I was just saying that I'm feeling a bit uninspired and almost like my YouTube content is really samey at the moment. And basically, what did you guys want to see? So firstly, oh my God, someone's pulling up in front of me again. I've obviously picked the worst place to pick up my camera. I'll be back. Okay, we're back. What was I saying? In the end of my last video, I was asking you guys what sort of videos you wanted to see. And basically, thank you all for being so kind and just saying, continue to doing, we like it as it is. So that's kind of given me the confidence just to vlog, whatever, in the hope that you guys are going to love it. But one comment I did see was someone saying, we'd love to see a what you've got in your handbag video. Oh my God, you can't make it up. There's a car coming in next to me, guys. Should I just film this when I get home? Okay, I just decided to stop being so silly about it and we're gonna get on with it. Someone said we'd like to see a what you got in your handbag video. And I remember these used to do the rounds. Was it like 10 years ago? And I used to love watching them. I love all those kind of old school YouTube videos. But I just thought we could incorporate it now because I have my handbag with me and it's been out doing the rounds with me this morning. So I actually probably should have sifted through this before I'm showing you because I don't know what's in here. Okay, let's just see where we go with this. So, first things first, packet of tissues. It's hay fever season. I take medication, but tissues, we always need some tissues. I've got my purse because money. This little pouch is actually what I always carry when I use a bag like this. You know when you have a bag that's like, hasn't got compartments in it? I always carry this little pouch because it just means those kinds of things are so much easier to keep hold of. So I've got another packet of tissues in there. I've got some hand sanitizer because it might not surprise you, but I'm not a massive fan of germs. I suppose that's not really a surprise. I've got a claw clip because my hair will be going up as soon as we get home. Hair down is totally overstimulating. I have got the Summer Fridays lip balm. If you haven't tried this before, it's so good and it lasts for hours. And then I have just got the normal Livia Vaseline because nothing worse than having dry, chapped lips. So must always have backups on me. Let's just put all that back. And then I have got hairbrush because hair. I have got my sunglasses case for my sunglasses, which are, oh, they're on my head. My sunglasses are on my head, right, so that's just one of the cases there. I've got a pair of socks in here, which might sound a bit strange, but these are actually a clean pair of socks, although they are inside out, because I've got this, well, I don't like feet.
I really don't like them. I don't like my feet. There's nothing wrong with my feet. I just don't like them. I don't like other people's feet in particular. I don't like Connor's feet. I just don't like feet. So basically, you know, like if you're wearing like sandals, Birkenstocks, flip-flops, something like that, where your feet are out, and then you go to someone's house, I would hate to like take my shoes off and then be walking around their house without socks on. Like, it just makes me feel a bit poorly. So I don't know. It's not because I don't think their house is clean or anything like that. I just mean, would I want someone else's bare feet all over my house? Probably not. So am I going to inflict that on anyone else? Probably not. So I always carry a pair of socks for those occasions where I have to take my shoes off and I'm wearing sandals. I have got a Dermalogica Stabilising Repair Cream. Where's it? Annette, my facialist, gave me this to try. I forgot that was in there actually, so I need to try that. I have got a Twinings Paws herbal tea bag. Always have to have a herbal tea for emergencies. I've got my phone. I've got a whole abundance of receipts. I've got this Tide to Go. I think, well, this is actually a stain removal pen. Don't know whether it's a thing in England. My Canadian friend got it for me while she was in Canada. She actually got it for me just before I got married, so I could keep it in my wedding bag in case there was any stains on my wedding dress, because I think you use it on, is it just white clothes? Maybe not, maybe it's everything. But I just carry that with me because there's nothing worse than getting a little stain down your t-shirt and you being out for hours and hours and having to walk around with that stain. And then the last thing in here, apart from a complete abundance of receipts, is just a little L'Occitane hand cream. That is about as exciting as it gets in my handbag, which I was hoping there might be some actual golden stuff in there, but to be honest, I know what's in my handbag because it's normally, hopefully, relatively organised. But yeah, if you want to know what I've got in my handbag, that was it. But the plan now, what time are we? Oh, it's 11:30. What have I done for the last 3 hours? It's 11:30. I'm going to go home. I'm going to get my flowers in some water. I'm going to get some bits prepped for this weekend. The spare bedroom bedding is out on the line. I washed that this morning. It's out on the line drying, so that's probably actually ready for an iron. I might just get on and get that done, so I haven't got that hanging over me. I might have some lunch. I know I've got a couple of emails. But yeah, that's the plan for the next hour or so.
Just where it was needed, gleaming black as night, cloistered in injustice, dead in the eye of time. Nobody is losing, faces merge and change, but your face remains the same. Swallows will be here by dawn. When we're finally sober, they'll be gone. The trees will bloom and ice will melt. We'll always remember how it felt. A significant life, just what it was needed, clean in the blackest night, cloistered in injustice.
So I am actually just up in the bathroom because I'm going to do my fake tan now for tomorrow. If you are anything like me, then I hate sleeping in fake tan. I find it hot, I find it smelly, I find it sticky, it stains my bedding. It's just not my idea of a great time. So what I actually like to do is, if I'm having a day at home, and it doesn't matter if I smell a bit fake tanny and a bit biscuity, which I am now, I will actually fake tan during the day and then wash it off before I go to bed. So it's just coming up to 12:15 now. So if I have another shower, like my bedtime shower about 9 o'clock, I can get a good like 9 hours of marinating in before I go to bed, and then I'll just moisturize tonight, have a lovely cozy night's sleep, and then my tan should hopefully, and normally it does look nice and fresh in the morning. So that is what I'm gonna do now. I am gonna not wear this white top after because that's gonna end up very fake tan. So yeah, I will see you after I've done my fake tanning. And this is my very exciting lunch today. It is a tomato and feta omelette, but be under no illusion, I will definitely be having something sweet with this as well. But yeah, we're gonna start with this today. So whilst my tan, excuse the squeaky floorboards there. Whilst my tan is developing, I am going to crack on with getting this spare room ready for my in April. Now it doesn't need a particularly like deep clean or anything because I've done it kind of progressively over the last few weeks anyway. I've kind of deep cleaned different aspects of this room. So what I am going to do is I'm just going to go around first and just give everything a quick dust. And then I think I'm going to go over everything and kind of give it a semi-damp dust / a bit of a wipe down with this minimal antibacterial cleaner and just a microfiber cloth. So yeah, mirror, chest of drawers, skirting boards. I'll get the radiator quick once over. I did clean the blinds only a couple of days ago, so I think they'll be fine. Bedside tables, top of the paneling. That is about it. So what I think I'm going to do is, because this isn't particularly exciting, I think I'm just going to pop you guys on a time lapse, and this is it. I want it to take me 10 minutes to get this room ready. It shouldn't need much at all.
Oh baby, I love your madness. It's so incredibly beautiful. Oh, you shine like gold, so selfless to all, and wild like an animal. Some would say I'm insane in the right in a way, but I just love to play in your fun and your games. Always hungry for more, that's just how I was born. Take me somewhere I don't know, and give me your freedom. Whoa, you love me to pieces, yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium, life is so easy. Whoa, you love me to pieces, yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium. The limit of love is endless, I know. Just do what you want with me. Yeah, I want it all. Could care less the cost. I give you my everything. Some would say I'm insane in the right in a way, but I just love to play in your fun and your games. Always hungry for more, that's just how I was born. Take me somewhere I don't know, and give me your freedom. Whoa, you love me to pieces, yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium, life is so easy. Whoa, you love me to pieces, yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium.
So there we have it. That is the guest room all ready for tomorrow, so I haven't got to worry about that. In here is the ensuite, and it's the bathroom that Connor normally uses when we don't have guests. So he actually cleaned this morning. How's it looking? He's actually really good at cleaning. He just never really gets a chance to do it because obviously, hi, he lives with me. So I don't think there's too much I'm going to need to do in here. Obviously, I'm going to give it a quick once over because, you know, it's me. I need to put the clean towels on, extra toilet rolls, put some, oh, he has leftover shower stuff in there, so I'll get all of that out. But there's not too much to do in here, so I won't bother showing you that. But, whoa, I am looking bedraggled. It is too warm for this today. I don't know what the temperature is. I think it was supposed to be 29 today. Whether it's reached that, I don't know, but it is warm. So I'm going to finish doing the bathroom, and then I actually need to, what am I doing next? Oh, I've got some food I need to prep for tomorrow, so I will pick the camera back up once I'm done with the bathroom. I have drunk so much water today, but you know when you're just feeling so dehydrated? I'm just feeling so thirsty today, honestly. So, I'm not sure where I was going with that. What I came on here to tell you was I'm actually just going to get a couple of bits prepped for tomorrow for us to have for just little nibbles before we go to the wedding, because I'm a grazer. I need to eat every sort of 2 to 3 hours. I'm honestly just such a hungry person. But at a wedding, obviously, you have the ceremony and then normally it's a number of hours until you eat again. So I just wanted to have, whilst we were getting ready, and obviously Mike and April are going to be here as well, I just got some like dips, some olives, some nuts, some vegetable crisps. I also just wanted to make some little dippy things to go in the dip. And a few vlogs ago I made these like paprika bagel slicey things in the air fryers, and I did them when we had some few friends around a few weeks ago, and they went down really, really well. So I think I'm going to do those again. And I'd like to do some little oregano pittas, so I'm going to do those too. So both of them are super, super easy. So I'll show you both of them now. Okay, so in this bowl, I have just sliced up little bagels to about this thickness. I haven't been too precious about it, but about that thickness. And then this is so simple. All you need is some olive oil. I personally like using these little spray bottles. You can get them on Amazon, and I think they sell them in like Lakeland and places like that, because I find it just distributes the olive oil a bit better, and you kind of end up using less, which is obviously a bit healthier. And then I just do a little dash of salt, and then quite a generous helping of paprika. Obviously do it to your taste, but we quite like a bit of paprika in this house, so give that all a good shake. And then I will just mix that all in to make sure that they are all coated in the paprika, salt and olive oil mixture. These then go, in the air fryer for, I think I only put them in for about 6 minutes last time. They don't need as long as you think. So I'm gonna get those popped into the air fryer. But before I do, just wanted to show you these other little oregano bites that I'm going to make, because they can cook in the oven at the same time. So these again are so easy but so tasty. These are just sliced up little bits of pittas of just kind of a finger's width, so they're not big. Again, I'm going to use my spray bottle. I suppose if you didn't have a spray bottle, you could possibly use like olive oil and then like a pastry brush, just to make sure you get an even distribution on top of these. Be quite generous with it. And then again, I'm just going to use a sprinkle of salt. Actually, I'll put this on the small setting so it doesn't all come out. Just a sprinkle, that's too much, that's not enough, sorry, right. Sprinkle of salt, and then I just use some oregano. I suppose you could do, again, with both of these things, I've used paprika on the bagels and oregano on these, but I suppose you could maybe do like garlic or any type of herbs, or potentially lemon, or whatever really to your taste, but this is what we kind of enjoy. And that is literally it. Now, I haven't made these in a little while, so I can't quite remember how long they need to go in the oven for, but I know it's not long, so I think I'm going to put them in for about 8-9 minutes to start with, and just watch them and see how they go. In the meantime, whilst these are in the oven and the other bits are in the air fryer, because it's only going to be about 5 or 6 minutes, I'm just going to have a little pot around the kitchen, give that a little clean. It just needs a little zhuzh in here, and then these will be done. These are the oreganos and the paprika. Just left them in these Tupperwares just to cool before I pop the lids on and store them for the evening, ready for tonight. So, not tonight, for tomorrow. Can't eat them tonight, they've got to be for tomorrow. But now I'm actually going to run upstairs because I want to get everything ready for tomorrow, clothes-wise. I want to get my dress steamed, Connor's shirt ironed, make sure shoes are cleaned, all that kind of thing, because I think tomorrow, sorry, I'll spin you around. Yes, tomorrow. Oh, tomorrow it's going to be quite tight because I am going to the gym in the morning, and then I've got to be ready by 12. Mike and April are arriving. We've got to get ready, we've got to get sorted, we've got to get out of the house. So I just want to get as much of it sorted as possible now so that tomorrow morning can be as chilled as possible. Also, side note, I wanted to include it in this vlog, but I don't think it's going to be possible because I'm going to need to edit this vlog this evening in order to get it up for you on Sunday morning, so it's not going to quite work, unfortunately. But I was going to include a little get ready with me for the wedding at the end of this video, but what I'm actually now going to do is film it for my Instagram, and I'm going to put it on my stories. So actually I just thought I'd mention, if you ever want to see kind of more sort of day-to-day stuff like that, I do tend to put that on my Instagram story, so I'll leave my Instagram name somewhere down here, so if you ever were interested in that kind of stuff as well, it will normally be over there. So I'm back at the ironing board, second time today, because I'm just going to iron, I think I'm going to iron Connor's bits and steam mine for tomorrow. This is the dress I'm wearing tomorrow. It's a nice summery yellow dress, hence I needed to fake tan, because could you imagine that without the tan? I would probably look rather washed out. I feel like I didn't mention actually, but it's a very kind of casual, low-key wedding we're going to tomorrow, because our friends are actually, it's their legal wedding tomorrow, but they're having their wedding at the end of the month, and we're going abroad for that. So it's not in the country. This is basically just like their legal wedding, but they've invited their close family and friends, if you know what I mean. So the boys are actually not wearing suits. They're just kind of all doing chinos and shirts and things like that. So that's why we're not getting a whole suit ready for Connor, if that makes sense. So yeah, just their legal wedding. They are still having, you know, it's still a church wedding, and then onto a reception afterwards, but as I say, just for a much smaller group, and then their big official wedding will be in Poland at the end of the month. So yeah, we've got that to look forward to as well. But I'm just going to get this ironed, mine steamed, and then I'm going to pack what I call like my keep in the car emergency bag for events like this, and obviously I'll show you what I'm putting in there. So the clothes are ironed and ready for tomorrow. I think Connor's just downstairs polishing the shoes. I just need to give mine a quick once over as well. I've just got this bag so that I can get all of my bits in it. Not to take, obviously, as the bag. Obviously, I'll put like my lipstick and my hairbrush and stuff in my little clutch bag. But we're obviously driving to the church, and then we're driving to the evening reception, and then we're leaving our car at the evening reception, and we'll pick that up the next day. But it does mean that I'll be able to keep a bag of stuff in the car for when I want it. So first things first, it's not going to match my dress in the slightest, but I'm hoping by the time that I need them, everyone would have had too much to drink and they won't know what's on my feet. I'm taking my Birks because I know my feet are going to hurt, and just in case they're in absolute agony, I'm taking a pair of socks to wear with them. Yes, I'm taking socks and Birkenstocks to a wedding as my shoes, hoping I'm not going to need them till late in the evening. As I say, hopefully no one will realise, but if I feel comfortable, I will keep dancing, and that's the main thing here. I'm just taking a little cardigan because, again, hopefully no one will kind of see this and remember it, but it's my closest matching cardigan probably to that yellow dress. It's a outside evening reception, so I might just need something, but hopefully we won't need it. And the other thing I'm just going to pop in there is actually a electrolyte sachet. I've never tried these ones before. I've obviously tried electrolytes before, but I bought this kind of little multi-pack because it has different varieties and flavours in there. I'm going to go for, they've got berry, mango, watermelon, lemon, orange and cherry. I'm going to go for the mango for me, and I'm going to take the cherry for Con. He'll probably go for cherry. But, right, I feel like I'm being very old and fuddy-duddy when I say this. I just cannot hack the hangovers anymore. I simply can't do it. It will put me in the worst mood if I wake up on Sunday morning with a raging hangover that will last me 2 days. So what I've started doing is taking an electrolyte before I go to bed. So I'm going to put them in my bag so that my last drink of the night, just as we're waiting for a taxi or whatever it might be, I can have my, I think you put them with like 250 ml of water. Yeah, I can put them in my little water, down one of these, and hopefully we will feel okay the next morning. That is the plan anyway, and then I'll have a nice peppermint tea when I get back. So am I sounding like an old woman? I'm really sorry. So it is a few hours later, we've had dinner, we've been for a walk, and I have just had a shower, and I'm feeling all fake tan free again, which feels lovely. And I'm ready to start winding down for the evening. I just feel super tired at the moment. I don't know whether it's just life's been a bit busy recently or whether it's just an increase in the temperature. I don't know what it is, but I'm feeling super tired recently. So we're going to get a relatively early night, but I'm going to want to wind down. We're going to sit on the sofa, watch some telly and things before we head up to bed. I just need to, I've edited the vlog so far, I just need to import this last little clip that I'm filming now so I can get that exported and uploaded for you guys on Sunday morning. Whilst I'm doing that, I have got a little lavender herbal tea, and to accompany it, all about balance, I have some choux buns, and I'm going to do everything in my power to just have one, not have both. But anyway, thank you guys so much for joining me today. I'm conscious that this video has been a bit kind of here, there, everywhere. It's not had any kind of theme or consistency to it, so I hope it's been okay. But if you made it this far, really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye!